everybody. Welcome to the Cannabis Wiki Conference and Expo 2022 from London, Ontario.
We got a lot of new hot interviews coming up next.
See you in the green room. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the green room from the Cannabis Wiki Conference and Expo 2022. Day one. Super excited to be here, AD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. I just got the best gift that I've ever got at any conference. I'm like over the moon right now.
This will be a good one. What didn't you say what you got, or are you not going to say?
A nice piece of imported hash. I mean, it's my favorite.
Look at Ace drooling while he's talking.
I can't even concentrate.
I'm sweating. He's drooling. It's good.
Well, our guest today is Angelina Blessed from Blessed Edibles.
Hello, family. Hello.
Hello.
Thank
Hi.
you for having me, guys.
Well,
it's about time.
Yes,
The last
it's about
time we interviewed you was on Zoom, so it's great to have you in person.
Finally.
Welcome.
I like seeing humans again. It's really nice.
Yeah.
Me too,
Yeah.
actually. It's funny. I thought I didn't like them until the pandemic.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, yeah, you know what?
Yeah, it was just I needed that serious time to appreciate again.
I think I like you.
My circle's a lot smaller now, and I like that. So they're important
true.
ones.
So
Yeah.
tell us who Angelina Blessed and what Blessed Edibles are.
I am a professional Muay Thai fighter of 16 years. I've traveled through Thailand and China and Mexico fighting professionally. I had a lot of pain in my life, so I started cooking with butters and oils and started making cookies and chocolate bars and selling to the green market on the legacy market since 2015. And just really had to learn a lot about the process of healing and growing and mental health and what training is to me. And just got my chocolate bars from the legacy to legal market 2 weeks ago.
I love it. Congratulations.
Thank you
I saw
so
them in the
much.
Ghost Drop store.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Shed a little tear. I was very excited.
There's been a lot of tears. So.
I can imagine.
There's been a lot of tears, but I'm really happy to be here. And it's
very hard to make that transition.
Yes.
it was really weird because you're just so used to being that like small person who's like farmer's market kind of energy and being able to talk to people and always having your hands in the products to basically going with a massive corporation to produce your products and being kind of hands off and not really sure about, are they going to treat it with love and respect and all the things that you did. And it was a really hard process because I had to actually wait until it came out in the stores to go in, purchase my own chocolate bar, take it out of the package and be like, okay, that's what it's supposed to look like.
Wow.
And that's what it's supposed to taste like. And so that's
What was that feeling like?
really scary because like they didn't know me in the first store that I went into to buy it, fortunately, because I actually like had to go hide in the alleyway later. I'm just like, oh God, fuck, is it please going to be good? So, and it is. So
And it's good?
You're happy with it?
I am happy with it.
That's
absolutely.
awesome.
I've had lots of samplings over the years, and
That's great.
it's
Yeah,
always
there's a
very
bar
good.
for you guys today for sure. So,
Woo!
it's not the dosage that I would
Right.
love because, I think there should be 100 milligram chocolate bar because we're all adults and, if you can have a bottle of vodka at home, I should be able to have,
Exactly.
enough edibles that I should be able to like sort myself out if I need to sort myself out.
Absolutely.
And lots of us use edibles for sleep. Instead of pharmaceuticals, opioids. I used to knock myself out with that.
Absolutely.
I'd rather a 100 milligram chocolate bar any day.
Any day.
A healthier, wiser, smarter choice.
Absolutely.
And we are 2022 and it is legal. So
It's time. So
Yeah.
it's time. So if we need a
About
lockbox in the fridge or like whatever we need to do for people to like
for sure.
not be as scared of it, but if we can walk into the LCBO and buy some overproof, then I think we should be able to go into a store and buy like
I never even
100
thought of that. If you
milligrams
can
of
go and buy overproof.
you can go into the LCBO and buy as much booze as you want, right?
Right.
But you can only go in and buy your 28 gram equivalent to
yeah.
whatever,
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
You could buy a bunch of bath bombs
But
and that's
the
it.
good thing is that you're in early, so when they do, like, which they're gonna raise it,
Yeah.
you'll already be there, and you'll just be able to just add some more to your great tasting bars already.
I'd really like to push the kind of envelope, the regulation envelope. Now that we're here, we've got a little bit of a foot to stand on. So it'd just be really great to be able to.
I wonder
to
if
push
there's
that
any
forward.
like workarounds, like a way that you can kind of.
Always.
There always are. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Loophole.
It's just about the
Yes, a loophole,
how
Jack.
you say it. It's just about in the regulatory system of
Right.
how you say it. So if it's encapsulated, so we just got to figure out.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what about say you sell the bars to the medical market, then are you able to add like more? Like, so
Yeah,
for
like
instance,
if we go strictly medical, then absolutely. I don't believe there is a cap on it. So I would much rather do that, because this whole thing all along was for myself about helping with pain or about helping with sleep or anxiety. And in the regulated legal market, I can't talk about any of that. Like I can never say, I can eat this chocolate and it's going to help me sleep.
Right. And even the bud tenders can't say that.
Exactly. So they have to go around this whole process of, so I heard, or it helps me with, or...
Isn't that nuts?
It's crazy.
When you're trying to describe something that people are ingesting, people are using, for a lot of people are using, it's their medicine, but they're having to go to the rec store to get it. And then the person at the rec store can't say anything about it. Like, it's just a mess.
Yeah, imagine, like, again, with the LCBO comparison, but imagine going in the liquor store and then being like, well, I could give you this vodka, and I can't say that it's going to get you drunk, but, I heard, or my friends got, or like...
That doesn't make no sense.
Right? So.
It doesn't make any sense. And I do go to the liquor store, and they're like, here, this is potato vodka, this is gluten-free, this does this. Oh, my mom drinks this one because it doesn't give her heart. But you can't do that in the... It's just nuts.
No, I want that farmer's market energy to come back.
It's funny how you keep saying you have farmer's market energy, and but you could kill someone.
I'm the best of all worlds.
I got farmer's market energy in the corporate world. I'm like, no, that's Muay Thai.
No, you have to do Muay Thai to be part of the legal cannabis world, because like.
Tell me about it, Angelina.
Corporate suits. It's not my. I'd rather beat people up.
Instead of those bacon bends or sunset sesh, we should do like some sort of.
Smash some suits for charity.
Some sort of Muay Thai.
Me versus the corporate.
Am I saying it wrong? How do you say it?
Muay Thai.
Muay Thai. Some sort of Muay Thai madness, and it's all like it's a weed event or something.
I'd smash some white men in blazers for money, for sure. Yeah.
Do you use cannabis, like whether it's CBD or THC, before, during, after training?
Absolutely. It started as a kind of healing process, getting rest and relaxation at night. But it really became after a really bad concussion where I really kind of had to restart everything. And then it became relearning movement. So it became really about, smoking, like ripping bongs and then running, or ripping bongs and then, starting to shadow box and move. And it's a really beautiful thing. And that's when the whole mental health awareness came in, and how important it is, especially during the pandemic, to just keep moving.
Keep moving. Yeah.
So when you're in Taiwan,
Thailand,
sorry, what is the drug laws there? Some of those places, I know it's really...
It was really,
I used to watch
really
this show
tight.
called Locked Up Abroad.
Oh, God. Just paranoid.
Yeah, just that.
So, when you were training there, are you able to... how does it work consuming cannabis there?
You don't.
Okay.
Well, I do. No, so...
You just got to keep it on the low.
What can I say?
You can say whatever you want. You're on the green room. Welcome.
Thank you. So basically, I would...
I mean, I'm just curious, for instance,
okay,
say
I won't tell you what I did, but so basically,
hypothetically
speaking, you can go to any reggae bar, and there are guys that'll roll you joints. Okay. Now, it's the shittiest weed you've ever seen,
right?
But it can get you by, right?
It can get
you by when you're, after a day of training or whatever.
I'm traveling, licking toads and eating cactuses,
right? So
whatever.
They're like, you want me to smoke that? I'll smoke some shitty weed. But they are just starting to legalize right now. So now they legalize for medical, but if you look anywhere on the news, the streets of Thailand, people are just smoking weed everywhere. So I feel that the government will reel it back a little bit, but I'm absolutely. I've already been in talks with people that have consumption lounges are coming.
So that's great.
So it is happening, and it is a worldwide turnover, and it is time. We were talking yesterday that Saudi Arabia is starting to talk about legalization, and that's when you would
crazy.
When you would get hung there a while ago, right?
Wow.
But it was always scary because especially being in cannabis, to fly to Thailand, you have to go through China.
Yeah.
And when you get off the plane in China, and I'd eaten a ton of edibles on the plane, you get off and there's cops with AK-47s, and you're wrecked, and you're just yeah, don't look at me. I'm okay, But it is scary on the other side of the world, because you never want to go to prison for that there, ever.
Yeah, exactly. So, I've seen some.
Yeah, that Locked Up show.
Yeah.
Derek, I watch this Locked Up.
I get stoned and watch Locked Up, and yeah.
Are you finding that athletes are reaching out to you about your edibles, or athletes are interested because an athlete made this? Is this a product for, specifically for them? Is there something you've done to it?
Well, it really. It started for me on how to recover, And then as I was going to Thailand, I would talk to more and more athletes. There are a lot of foreigners there training.
Yeah.
It's like Mecca there for Muay Thai and MMA. So it was just really about trying to figure out. And because I couldn't do the kind of banger THC blend that I wanted to do, I was just like, okay, so how do we really help people? So I doubled the CBD.
Oh.
So it's a bar of 100 milligrams of CBD and 10 milligrams of THC. So it's only 1 milligram of THC per square.
Oh,
but it's the first full chocolate bar, and it's vegan, and
that's nice.
so you're getting 10 milligrams per square of CBD. So I think you can. It's the bar you can kind of give to anybody, right? You could give it to your mom. You could give it to whoever. Everybody can try cannabis now. So.
Oh, good for you. I like that.
I really like it.
And the product line is called Blessed.
It's called Blessed. The first bar is called the Float Bar, named after the sensory deprivation tanks at Float Toronto.
That I desperately need to get to.
Like anytime you want to go, anytime you guys want to go,
we should go there and record it and show what's going on,
Yeah. No,
float.
Come float. You guys can do a little podcast from the center. Like they've been integral, and it absolutely opens the natural DMT part of your brain. So that plus edibles in the complete darkness and at stillness, you will hallucinate. You will.
I don't know if I can take that.
Yeah.
I'll tell you. One time I was my first encounter with distillate. I had a syringe of distillate, and I did a little bit, and I was working, and I'm like, whoa, this is pretty good. I feel good, And then just like a joint, like I'll smoke a joint every couple hours. So I'm like, let me do a little bit more, So I did a little bit more. Well, okay. I had to like talk myself down. I'm like, I'm in my house. I'm like, it's okay. Like you're only high. You're gonna be okay. Like, and I'm like, how high am I gonna get? Like I just kept getting higher, and I'm just like, I had to like, I could see where people are like, oh, end up at the hospital or something. Like I had to like just like lay there and like calm myself down. So I can appreciate, the.
Do you know how many milligrams you ate?
I have no idea.
No idea.
I have no idea. It was
What's the most you've ever eaten? Do you know?
1,200, 1,500?
Oh, man.
Bangers.
1,200,
Like, for me, 100 is perfect.
Okay.
100.
100, I agree.
100 is perfect.
100 at night is great.
But I'm also using it for other reasons, right? Like I'm using it to knock myself out. I'm using it to go to sleep.
Sleep
I've
is
got
the most important thing.
I've had lots of surgeries. There's things like I have
if
other
you're not
reasons.
sleeping, you're like everything else will fall after that.
And I don't want to reach for things. My past is, that creeper just is here all the time.
Yeah.
100 milligram, a 200 milligram, a 400. Yeah. I'm good. And I know it's cannabis. I'm okay. I got this.
that in the float tank, your pain will go down. Yeah.
You're my wave.
Well, how much milligrams do you take?
I like 100 before bed.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
But like if you're training or daytime?
Oh, like daytime, I keep it really low.
Yeah.
I keep it low. Like 10 while you're working out is great because like THC gets stored in your fat cells. So as soon as you kind of start to sweat, I automatically start to feel high.
Right.
Like there's a constant amount of THC in my system. So, yeah.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And you're eating 100 at night. You're definitely a little stoned in the morning still. Right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We're all like, yes, we are. Yeah.
When he messages me, yo, I'm
and then
like,
that's sometimes if you wake up in the morning and you smoke your first joint, then it kicks back in.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And then you hit straight for a business meeting. Oh, Derek, I can't do this.
No, you throw some coffee at it. You throw some coffee at it and you go.
It's like, yo. And
some
then,
high coffee from Dude.
Yeah, all right. I have my THC and CBD coffee to mix with my 100 milligram I
Does
had
she
the
do
night
all
before.
all her Zoom calls are just like
Pretty much. Yeah.
She's drooling. We're
I like that.
Jackie, get it together.
So I started a new one. My camera is off because currently I'm not really on brand. Meaning I like to look a certain way.
No, that's great.
So if my camera's off, I'm really just sitting on my patio smoking a big joint.
It's a scrunchie at the side of my head or something.
Scrunchy.
Yeah.
Yesterday's makeup, I look like Alice Cooper.
That's good.
This was a fun chat.
Yeah. So what's next? I know, like, are you planning on moving into the U.S. market? What's next?
Well, that would be the best thing because I'm with Final Bell, the sales license with Final Bell. They've just been amazing at kind of pushing us forward and. They've taken, so because Gallery is a brand, like a house of brands, they've already taken Little Pharma to the States. So I assume that Blessed and Flir would go to the States next as well.
Ooh, let's assume that.
Let's assume that. And
it better be.
But the dream is to get Blessed to Thailand, right? So now the market is open. Like the
Make
Thai
it full
trainers,
circle.
the Thai trainers were never really super into talking about it, but now that legalization is happening, people are. It's
I think you should bring it to Jamaica. Just the name alone, Blessed.
Yo,
you know,
that chocolate.
like-
Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna have to come up with different things for,
You could use-
for
you
Jamaica and
melt.
Thailand. Everything's just gonna fucking melt. So
Right.
yeah.
That's true.
You
Yeah.
could, but you know there is chocolate in Jamaica, and then you have the Blue Mountain coffee. Maybe
Then
you
why
can
don't we
make
do
some-
like a mountain coffee
Yeah.
covered chocolate bean?
Right?
Right.
Oh,
I love it.
now we're talking.
That's the best of Blessed and Jamaica. Right?
Yes.
Right.
Now
Derek
we're
never
talking.
finishes. There, see now he never finishes it without a business proposition.
There we
of some
go.
sort. We
I'm
gotta
in.
get this to Jamaica.
I'm in.
Oh, that was fun. How do
Let's
people
do it.
find you? How do
You can find me at Blessed Edibles on Instagram, at Angelina.blessed on Instagram, at blessededibles.com.
and they're in the OCS and they're
And
everywhere now.
we are in the OCS, so OCS.ca. And
That's exciting.
Yeah. So please order my bars so I can get paid.
Please order my bars. Let's eat the bar. Well, that's. I mean, you said there are 10 milligrams of CBD, or no,
10 milligrams of THC and 100 milligrams
of CBD. That's incredible. That's
vegan
really cool.
and gluten free. So let's go.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks.
Lots
Thanks,
of love,
Angelina.
guys.
Thanks for joining us on
Thank
the
you
green
so
room.
much for having me. Super
Thank you.
appreciate.
Grateful.